December the 3rd officially marked the return of the Gypsy King, with Fury versus Chisora III. After pummeling Deontay Wilder in their own legendary trilogy, Fury set his sight on a longtime rival, Dereck Chisora, in a knock that was subject to some controversy. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the fight as it happened, Tyson's future opponent, and much more. Let's dive in. First up, the Gypsy King prevails. It came as no surprise to many as Tyson Fury prevailed emphatically against Dereck Chisora on Saturday. It's just that fans and analysts didn't predict just how one-sided it would be. Referee Victor Loughlin threw in the towel for Chisora's camp as the fight when the heavyweight was seemingly out of sorts in the 10th round. Fury looked like $1 million in the fight, coming in hot from the first round. His stamina and agility were off the charts. Can we just talk about that shot accuracy? We still can't wrap our heads around how someone his size can move like that. With body shots and uppercuts, there was no stopping the Gypsy King from giving the fans a show. It was smooth sailings for Tyson Fury, as the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium found itself cheering on Chisora for his show of character and perseverance during the bout. Del Boy had his moments in the fight, and honestly, it's surprising he managed to just go the distance with Fury, who may very well be in the shape of his career. Here's what the highlights looked like. Coming up, highlights of the battering. Round 1 was ready, set, go, as Fury came in piping hot with his combinations, startling Chisora from the get-go. The pattern continued until round 3 when an emphatic Fury's right hand caught Chisora bad. From then on out, the fight became almost uncomfortable to see. It was barely the match's opening minutes, and we could already hear the fat lady singing for Chisora's winning endeavors. He was seen wobbling from corner to corner, taking a beating from Fury, for whom it might have been nothing more than a Monday spar. But just somehow, Chisora would live to see another round. By the end of round 7, the views weren't all that pretty, as a battered Chisora returned to his stool, mouth cut and vision distorted due to a closing right eye. There's no taking away the heart and courage it took for Chisora, who's had his fair share of criticism on whether he should hang up the gloves, to go toe-to-toe with Fury, who's arguably in his prime right now. Anywho, despite the Del Boy camp being advised by the ref to throw in the towel at round 9, trainer Don Charles insisted that Chisora end things on his own terms. But with just seconds to spare in round 10's closing, referee Loughlin called the fight in, and still, now following up with criticism. After the heavily one-sided bout, officials were criticized for not stopping the fight earlier. Fans took to social media to show concern for Chisora's health and how the officials let him endure a brutal beating up until the 10th round. One fan expressed how Chisora's camp should have thrown in the towel in the 3rd round, claiming that he was solely at the mercy of Fury at the start of the match. Others even speculated that Fury would have ended Derek's life in that ring that night, one fan calling him a walking body bag. Though the criticism didn't begin here, Tyson had to defend a lot of shots, this time from the fans calling the Chisora fight a mismatch during the build-up to the battle, coming fresh after a legendary trilogy victory over the ferocious Deontay Wilder and beating Dillian Whyte in April. The last fighter people thought the Gypsy King would pursue was his older, more unseasoned rival, to which he clapped back at his critics with some colorful words, claiming that anyone who criticizes a professional athlete for doing what they do best can go well, you get the picture. Moving on, the build-up to Usyk versus Fury. Besides the Gypsy King, Chisora was lauded by the crowd in respect for what he's offered in the ring and during his career. With memorable moments to take away, it seems like it's time for the 38-year-old Britisher to hang up the gloves. We later saw the two pugilists sharing a Five Guys together after the fight, as Fury expressed his feelings for being left out of Chisora's post-match ritual where he shared burgers with everyone. It was a befitting end to the trilogy, with the pair posing in good spirits with some delicious burgers and pints of beer. For Fury, the win didn't seem so satisfying. Everyone predicted how the fight was going to go. Many even criticized him for pursuing Chisora in the first place, instead of a much-mentioned name, but more on that later. However, fans seem to have gotten what they asked for, with Fury calling out the WBC champion himself. That's right, Alexander Usyk was in the crowd, spectating the next contender for the bout. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was buzzing as we saw Usyk step into the ring right after Tyson took to the mic in typical fashion. The title contender was seen calling Usyk a 15-stone little bodybuilding midget, claiming that he was the next Ukrainian on the crosshairs for him after taking down Vladimir Klitschko. Now that is a fight that will not be as one-sided as the one that just transpired. Guess we'll have to wait a bit as Tyson revealed that his right elbow might need some medical attention, needing 6 to 8 weeks of recovery, which has us wondering what's next for Fury. After Chisora merely being a warm-up for Tyson, he finally looks ready and wants nothing less than gold around his waist. Looks like Usyk's WBO, IBO, and IBF titles could be in major jeopardy, as the clash is set to take place in the first quarter of 2023. The two heavyweights are unarguably the best in the world and are likely to draw in some record pay-per-view numbers. Usyk elaborated how the whole world, especially Ukraine, will have their eyes glued to see the fight happen. Even if that bout doesn't take place as early as it should, Fury has another potential fight for fans to look forward to. He expressed his will to take on Joe Joyce at Wembley. He even said in an interview that Joyce will be an even tougher opponent than the WBC champion himself, calling him a 6'7", 19.5 stone juggernaut. As for Usyk, he only wants nothing else but to get his hands on Tyson Fury, saying that if he can't fight him, he won't fight at all. Tyson looks confident, claiming that he'll run through Usyk easily. There is clearly a significant height and reach difference between the two boxers. Even Joe Joyce gave his 2 cents on Fury versus Usyk, claiming that the fight may not be a breeze for Fury as he deems it. Now it's time for trash talk. Every major fight comes with its set of trash talk towards the build-up, and it looks like the ball's already rolling for the Ukrainian square-off against the Englishman. By the end of the night, Instagram saw a bizarre selfie on Usyk's story, posing with his future opponent with some Ukrainian text. After hitting see translation, we could see the seemingly good-spirited picture was, in fact, a dig at Fury's physique, asking him, "Belly button, what's up?" Guess this is one of those lost in translation moments. However, we might see more of the same very soon, as Usyk's manager has revealed to Talk Sport that the fight is almost finalized. Apparently, negotiations were already underway behind the scenes before Tyson took on Chisora, which is also why Usyk was in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium that night. With a fight on the horizon, let's discuss the odds and prediction for Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Moving on to, what are the odds? To call a fight of this magnitude is not an easy task, though that doesn't stop the analysts from giving their 2 cents on who is to reign supreme between the two starlets. On paper, Fury takes the cake regarding range and versatility. In contrast, Usyk's technical prowess is a force to be reckoned with. Fury is expected to notoriously catch on with Usyk's style, something British heavyweight Anthony Joshua seemed to struggle immensely against. The Ukrainian was seen cutting in on the inside, leaving the bigger man, Joshua, struggling to keep up. We could see Usyk finally given a run for his money, as Fury is skilled in boxing on the inside as well. Boxing legend Lennox Lewis came forward with his views on the encounter, stating that Tyson Fury has his pick against Usyk. The veteran says he's a fan and takes Tyson's word for what he says he's going to do to his opponents, the evidence of which we saw in his decisive battle against Deontay Wilder. As for the fans, expect this to be a chess match, with Tyson playing against Usyk's psyche, waiting for the chink in his resilient armor. As for the numbers, according to bettinginsiderjournal.com, Fury is the favorite with minus 280 odds, with Alexander making his way to the fight as the underdog, standing at plus 210. Our prediction? The match to go the distance, with Fury coming out on top. With Usyk and Joe Joyce on Tyson's radar, he's on someone else's. And finally, former world champion wants Tyson Fury next. The Diamond Boy, Mahmoud Char, sets his sights on Tyson Fury for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. Rumors were afloat speculating Char to go head-to-head with Fury in December, with Chisora being Tyson's pick for his last fight of the year. As Tyson has declared his next targets, Char believes their fight is what fans really want to see. Mahmoud went on claiming that he is way more talented than Chisora and wants all the smoke from the best in the world. The Arab King has a comprehensive boxing record under his belt, having fought 37 times, bagging 33 wins and just 4 losses. Mahmoud was shot 4 times outside a kebab shop, which led to him undergoing double hip surgery in 2017. Having been stripped of his WBA regular title in January 2021 due to inactivity, he wishes to rejuvenate his endeavors with a bang. Whether Mahmoud will char Tyson to the bone with his prolific boxing talent or succumb to Fury's undefeated streak, only time will tell. Right now, the Gypsy King is treading for the Sharks. That's a wrap for this video. What are your predictions for Usyk versus Fury? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.